this episode of Piggypower. Give Max a new project car. Oh, hello.
No brakes, no electrics. That's fine. Totally fine. Yeah, so you've all probably seen on the channel Max Attack. He's helped me out a lot. He helps a lot of people out actually, very selfishly, so I could have just gotten some vouchers, some beers. I'm sure he would appreciate those things, but I thought he'd appreciate a life-changing project which will ever be a regret instead. So we got him this. Little MR2, and we're going to dig in. It's not moved for 14 years. Well, it's moved. It moved here, but it hasn't been on the road for 14 years. So let me show you around it, and we'll do the old bicycle garage check in the trunk first, I think. I know a few scabby bits about it already. Certainly has no brakes, but we'll come to that. Let me show you around. So this is it. 1991 GT, 160 horsepower, mid-engined. And that's everything I know about this car. All these. I really don't like them. I'm going to put that out there now. But hey, it's a cheap bit of fun car, so I have checked, and the engine isn't there. It's over there somewhere, so that'll be interesting, but it should be okay, the engine. Other than the fuel pump doesn't work, so that's fine. But you seem to be doing the Fast and Furious brake setup here with lack of calipers. That's also fine. The old winter tyres, that seems right for a sports car. We've got some mild overspray. I'm not sure what that is covering up. Probably some of that. And some of this. I mean, this is mildly concerning. Yeah. I don't think you should be able to do that. No. I think that's actual cardboard. So that was a good repair. So we might have to do a bit of repair on the sill. Just a little bit. My tyres, they've seen better days, admittedly. I'm sure we can find some terrible budgets on eBay to replace those. Yes. What else? It's pretty much the same this side as it is the other side. So let's pop the boot and see what we've got. Right then, so to get all these things at the back open, there's a little pulley levery thingy, so here we go. Let's, as Derek at ViceGrip says, often you find the story in the boot. So, here, what would we have? We have under trays, okay. I'm sure we could put those back on, which would cover up all the rust. We've got some front brakes, that's useful. We have airbox, which a quick peek earlier, the customer that bought it off, or the person I bought it off, I should say. There was a pipe missing, so I'm glad to see that. That's a piece of the dash. That is interior. That is fuel filter. Now it does tell a bit of the story because apparently there's no fuel at the rail. So, that's a full service kit right there. Perfect. Not much else to say in there. Let's have a look under the bonnet, shall we? It's in here somewhere, I think. It's in here. I thought they were in a really weird place, the bonnet pull. Oh, that's fine. No, where's the bonnet lever on this? Oh, I don't think that's meant to be there. I can't remember where the bonnet lever is. Ah, no, that's the front. That's the front bonnet. Let's have a look under there. Right, everyone, here we go. What have we revealed under here? Still no battery. Still looking for a battery. That's concerning. Piranha something or other that demobilises everything. Oh, there's a battery behind there. Spare wheel. There should be an engine here, I'm sure. Normally. If I'm thinking wrong. Still can't find the bonnet. Hook puller upper, so I'll find that in a second and show you under the bonnet. Under the boot bonnet. The back bonnet, the middle bonnet. I don't know what it's called. Oh, hello there. So, we borrowed the battery for 48, maybe 47 hours. And then she'll come around. Let's get her in and see what happens. Yeah.
that would be nice. It looks new, so let's assume it isn't. There's some sort of rocketry that goes here or something, but let's not worry about that yet. Let's just see if this, let's see if she works. We have some sort of lights. That's nice. Have we got anything under there? Let's see if it locks us in. Hang on, I wonder if we've got... Nothing on the old central locking. Nothing on the indicators. We have our lovely dodgy ignition. Oh, we have ignition. That's voltage. Maybe that's just not plugged in. Don't appear to have indicators or a horn. Oh. Oh yeah, that's fine. I mean, they work. Don't go again. You need no. Stop that. Stop. Right. Will it even crank? Dang, she cranks. Whoa! Wow! No way. Did you hear that? She's cranking. We've got a clock. Right. For some reason, no indicators. Maybe they're just not plugged in, or maybe fuses have put in. Have we got? Whoa! 40. Yes. Okay. Well, that works. Does the power work on the? Oh, no stereo. Maybe it's something to do with all that. Let's not worry about that yet. Hazard switch probably will fix indicators. But listen. Do we have oil pressure? That's my only concern. We have fuel in the tank. That oil light needs to go off. Right, let's not ruin the engine. Okay, that was exciting. We have engine cranking. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go... no, that's the boot. We have another switch here somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Aha. Hello there, little fella. We wondered where you were. Turns out you're back here. Fancy putting you back here. Well, let's sort you out. There's a couple of bolts missing on the manifold. Maybe we can sort them out. Heat shield missing. Not the end of the world. I bet she's got no cooling in her, but I don't know about that yet. I'll worry about that later. At the moment, she got no oil in her, so we better sort that out, haven't we? Look at this. There's no oil. Ooh, that's not good. Oh dear. You know what it tastes like? Dry dipstick. A bit like me. Start with that much. Actually, that much. Right. Let's try oil pressure again. Come on, baby, give me some oil pressure. Yeah, that's still a concern. Battery's good though. Right. Let's try oil pressure again. Come on, baby, give me some oil pressure. Yeah, that's still a concern. Battery's good though. We'll ignore that. Let's pretend the light works. A bit like, let's pretend the hazard lights work and move on. They definitely don't want to work even though they're plugged in, but wait for it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll leave you in charge of checking whether we have spark or not. I'm going to trust you to do that. Just let me know if you see spark. Thanks, mate. Did you see spark? Yeah? Great. No? Poo. We're going to start going through the electricals, and hazards and horn is that fuse right there, which is blown. So let's start with that. At least we can claim victory that we have hazards and a horn. which would be nice. They are required for MOT, of course. I mean, it's handy if you can drive there as well. But small details. Let's go on. No. Brilliant. Sort of works. There we go. So I didn't do that. I just was like, oh, the alarm comes in up there. Let's see where it goes. Oh, it goes. Okay. I think it's almost worse than it being in there because now oh dear. Upon further investigation, I found further problems. I'm thinking that maybe our wiring issue could be in here somewhere. Maybe there. But, you know, it's just a thought. We will fully extrapolate the problem and try and fix on it properly. See what happens. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe not. So we're just trying to get to grips with old school diagnostics. And they kind of tell you what each pin does, and I guess you can send voltage to certain ones and you can read others. This guy, hugely useful. Shout out to you, no doubt. That's the first contact we've had, but you're going to be in a lot of contact with me. So thank you to him. He seems to know his way around electricals, and I think he's going to be repairing the ECU somehow. Anyway, he said connect up B plus and fuel pump, see if the fuel pump runs, or it didn't. I've only got 0.8 of a volt, less than 1 volt of B plus, so I'm presuming there's an issue there. He might tell me about that soon. But at ignition negative, which I would have thought I would be earth, but it's 12 volts, I put that there, and I get that, and I put it onto the fuel pump, over there. Yeah. Varnish. So we do get fuel pump running, but it is varnish. It is brown. So we'll need to, I'll probably put a pipe on that. Despite there being a fuel shortage right now, it stinks of varnish, so I'll have to empty the tank and put some fresh in it when this fuel shortage finishes in about a month, probably, maybe, don't know. That could actually hamper this progress if we can't get any fresh fuel. Thank you to everyone, by the way, who went and filled their tanks unnecessarily and has emptied all the pumps. Well done to you. Thanks. I'm sure they didn't leave the factory like that. That's the coil, by the way, if you were wondering. Yes. We've got some interesting faults going on now. Now I've replaced 3 blown fuses. 1, 2, 3, and my fan. Ignition on, hazards don't work. They just stay on. And indicators definitely don't work. And the ignition off, hazards and weird things happen. So everyone, loads of wiring. There's a chap called John, big shout out to him on Facebook, who seems to know his wiring better than he knows his own back of his hand. Presuming he knows that well. We've worked through so much wiring, and we've basically come down to EFI relay, which is a little bit dodgy. If I touch it, it doesn't work. If I kind of leave it alone, it might work. So we did need a new relay, and we'll clean up the contacts too. They look fine, but we'll just make sure everything's nice and tight. But basically, I suddenly trigged earlier that when we turn the ignition on, you're meant to get a engine management light there. And I'd seen on other pictures and posts and stuff that it's actually down there, but it wasn't, it was over there. So now we've got fuel, we've now fitted the plugs back in. Let's see what happens. Might be a fire. Here we go. It coughed. It definitely coughed. It's trying. That's running. Yeah, that's running. She runs. Right, let's turn it off. So we're hoping we've not got too much. So basically we're just going to pin out something down here. We'll take those 12 volts and we stick them down there somewhere, and we'll empty the tank basically of all its old fuel. This is the return line, and then we'll check some new stuff in with some fuel cleaner and brah, 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 brah. We might put some coolant in it as well. That's probably quite a smart idea. So we've got a constant 12 volt going to the fuel pump, getting out the varnish. It absolutely stinks. I don't know if you can see the colour of it. Petrol shouldn't be that colour. Well, that's a lot of claims for a bit of fluid.
one 400ml for a full tank. Well, we've got 10 litres, so let's send it. Car clean, how to find a vacuum leak. Yep. There. So here we are again. It's pretty dark, as you can probably tell by torches and moonlight, and I couldn't leave this. The hazards were just bugging me too much, so very kindly this chap, once again, John Mears, you mate are a legend. Yeah, what an amazing guy. He's just put so much work in really to help, and I've never met him before. MR2 Owners Club UK, what a great guy. Anyway, he sent me some diagrams and we kind of worked through the wiring. Some really weird stuff going on. If you pulled the fuse out, the hazards would work fine, but no indicators. Otherwise, the hazards would bring the ignition on and off, or come on solid with the key on. So there was some random stuff happening. Finally, it was actually him that sent me a picture of the back of his wiring. He had a spare loom, and showed me this plug on the back of the hazard switch, and that red and white wire, for some reason, was up in this top left side, and it should be down there. No idea why. But we've pushed it in there now. I guess someone ranked it out at some point, ripping this dash apart, made a hack job of it, and put it back on the wrong side. So now the wiring is in the correct positions. We've got hazards. And look, when we turn the ignition on, righty Indy, lefty Indy. Now I can sleep sound. The things we do for a good night's sleep. Right, this weekend, suspension, brakes, brat brat noises. There's a hive of activity already, it's amazing. I need to employ that in my mechanics, this is awesome. Oh, sorry. How are we doing? Phillips that side, flats this side. Sometimes. Just...
Oh. I'm very James May-ish, I put things back when it is.
There's a nice light for you as well if you wish to.
Oh, cheers, Mike!
The wipers are good though, we got one on. This one works, it's brilliant. That one's... There we go. Mitch has found the missing piece. So these things are basically mental. And no one's ever seen anything like it before. Even the Bosch adapters don't fit. So we had to use the old ones. What is that? What is that?
I got it. Hi Max from the past.
We put Mike on grinding duty because it's his favourite.
I like grinding. Right, so as you know, I'm very good with brakes, and I've done these ones for you. They're like brand new, and because I'm really, I've put WD-40 on them so they won't squeal anymore. Okay. Hi Max.
Do they work? On all speeds?
On most of the speeds they work.
Max, that's for you to fix. Oh, look, the frunk looking frunky. Look at that, original toolkit with Toyota. Yes. Interior's looking perfect. That's for Max. Don't technically need it for MOT, but we're giving Tebow something to do.
I'm just caressing your arms.
on, Ross. Tell Max.
Not much.
He fitted that shiny thing. So Max, when that works, it's your problem.
When you die and crash, you can't brake. Blame somebody else.
I think this is very rare to get Piddy in action.
It's taken an hour to get everyone else to do something. And I can finally do something myself. Which makes you annoying. I love you too. Was that direct to me?
Why not?
Where's the map there? What the heck?
Brakes are really overrated.
Who's got the sockets?
I don't think you need them.
How many younger duggers are we going for? 18. 18 younger duggers?
Did you run out of things to do?
18 younger duggers. I've done my bits. Everyone else is still doing theirs. I'm the most interesting person. Other than James, Mike and Dave.
Who's got the biggest hammer?
I have. With you. No.
I've got a tiny pink one.
There's another quote for the series. When it's winter though, it's like you can sign it, to be honest. We will sign it this time on it, I'm sure.
Nothing missing at all. It's all fine. MR actually stands for moderately rusty.
Just
Moderate.
I was just like looking through there and I was like, oh look, I can see daylight. Yeah.
Did you remember the pads?
Yes.
And the clips.
Brake disc. Yes. Hose.
Nearly then. Nearly had me.
Right, if you die, it's not my fault, right? I just say that now.
Just to let you know, Mike did all the brakes. If your interior,
confident.
but obviously more important than that, if your interior rattles, it's TiVo's fault.
Sorry,
And if your fuel lines,
you won't hear the brakes fall.
if the exhaust cover falls off, yeah. And if the exhaust cover falls off and burns through your fuel lines and sets fire to the car, that's Mitchell. Well, actually,
It's fine.
that's actually his hairy butt, but you get the idea.
You know what's going to happen, don't you?
Ross is working like a
Driving
clothing.
2 yards down the road, all the wheels will fall off, the brakes will come off.
And it will set fire to
It's
itself.
Spring up in it and then I need more bolts to caress. If they don't, it's Dave's fault. What was that?